are the feds saying about his alleged motivation so far, Catherine?
Well, Bill, the court documents show evidence of significant premeditation, with the FBI saying Rahami was buying bomb parts online from eBay, including shrapnel and circuit boards, as early as June. And just 2 days before the attack, there are cell phone videos showing what appears to be a trial run. An FBI agent describes what he saw, quote, "A fuse is lit and the object ignites. The video depicts the lighting of the fuse, a loud noise and flames, followed by billowing smoke and laughter." And this morning we're learning more about a handwritten journal that Rahami was carrying at the time he was shot and captured by police, with writings about leading al-Qaeda figures who have laid the groundwork for homegrown terrorism. Most notably, Rahami relied on the radical teachings of the American-born cleric Anwar al-Awlaki. Born in New Mexico, he was the first American targeted for death by the CIA. It's worth noting that back in the late 90s, he was also arrested for prostitution or soliciting prostitutes in San Diego. And Rahami writes about another student of the cleric, then Army Major Nidal Hassan, who killed 13 and injured more than 30 during the 2009 shooting spree at Fort Hood in Texas. The chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee said yesterday the challenge is there for law enforcement.
We have this new generation of terrorists who are very savvy on the internet. They know how to exploit it.
Fox's ongoing reporting has shown that Anwar al-Awlaki was in U.S. custody in 2002 until an FBI agent intervened and authorized his release. Days later, al-Awlaki showed up in that agent's counterterrorism investigation, and the whole matter is part of an ongoing federal appeal in Virginia, Bill.
Well, the other day we knew that the feds were looking at him a couple years back.
That's correct.
But we weren't sure what came of that. What do we know now?
Well, a law enforcement source says the domestic dispute in August 2014 that pulled the FBI into Rahami's case, it was really like a family brawl, with Rahami stabbing his brother and punching his sister in the face. The FBI interviewed the father twice, and in that second interview, the father withdrew his claims about his son's ties to bad actors. FBI agents are bound by rules known as the DIOG, the Domestic Investigations and Operations Guide, and because Rahami was a naturalized citizen, he enjoyed extra protections.
The bar was higher because the subject was a U.S. person. Sometimes the rules are saying if you don't have these boxes checked, you cannot go forward. Therefore, you must close the case.
Law enforcement sources now insist they did not interview Rahami, though they said something quite different on Monday. It is standard practice to interview the subject of an investigation before it's closed, and failing to do so in this case would be totally inconsistent with FBI protocol, Bill.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll see where it goes. Thank you, Catherine Herridge. They were in Washington.